Hello folks, welcome back to the Urban Rider Studio, where today I have a host of summer motorcycle gloves in front of me. Now I know the weather hasn't been that good for the start of the season, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it gets better as we go through. Now you busy people, I'm going to make this as concise as I possibly can. We're going to go through brand by brand. Let's get started with our list. Starting with the company MERLIN. These are the MERLIN GRIFFIN that we have on the table. They are one of the lightest and most breathable gloves you'll find here. And they're also one of the most affordable as well. So the GRIFFIN itself comes in at £50. The other one actually I'd call your attention to is the MERLIN SHENSTONE, which shares a lot of similarities with the GRIFFIN. These are a fabric/leather option, so obviously they've got some leather details across them, mainly in the palm. You'll find that quite often with gloves because of course that area needs to be the toughest. So you have goat leather for the palm on this one. And if I just grab the SHENSTONE as well, on this one you have cowhide leather for the palm. Additionally, both of these have D3O protection for your knuckles. It is soft and comfortable and malleable. Some of the differences between them though are that the GRIFFIN is available in black. The SHENSTONE actually comes in either a black or a brown. The GRIFFIN has a little bit extra as far as padding goes. It's got some padding on your palm, which you don't have on the SHENSTONE. Both of these gloves are ridiculously lightweight and they've got loads of this mesh paneling to the back. It covers quite an extensive section of it, so highly breathable. In the SHENSTONE's favor though, they have external stitching on the fingers, which means that you are less likely to feel that against your hand on the inside. So arguably maybe a little bit more comfortable, but they're also slightly more expensive. These are £60 as of the making of this video. There really isn't a lot to separate these gloves, if I'm being honest, and you can't go far wrong with either of them. Do check out the links in the description if you want to see these for yourself. Next on our list, for those that prioritize the armor and reinforcement of their gloves, are the company KNOX. The ones on the table here are the ORSA OR4, which are new to us. Also getting a mention are the URBANE Pro, which have been with us for a while but have proven very popular, and the new KNOX ORSA Mark III leather gloves. Starting with the ORSA OR4, these are a textile glove. They actually use a vegan leather for parts of their construction, a single layer Clarino palm. They've got an Amara grip section. And for me, from the KNOX gloves I'll show you, I'd say the best for fit and comfort. Although where sizing is concerned, I would say double check our website. It's the most up-to-date place to check, and we do keep that up to date if we find out new information. And links for that can be found in the description. The ORSA OR4 are available for £110 and they only come in this black colorway. It's got some camo print to the back. It's very subtle, not too distracting at all, but it just adds a bit of extra detail. They've also got this reflective section under the knuckle armor. Now the two lightest weights of these obviously are going to be the URBANE Pro, which has a significant section of fabric on the back there, all perforated, very breathable. And they've got a cowhide leather palm. The URBANE Pro are also only available in black and they come in at £80. And the ORSA Mark III leather gloves are actually available in either black or white, and they come in at £130. Now that is the most expensive glove I'll show you today, but it does also have the most protection. They are arguably the most technical and involved a design. And then you'll find a lot of carryover actually in the protection between these three different designs. So you've got things like their SPS or scaphoid protection system, which is this tough outer plastic, which is backed by their micro-lock armor to make it more comfortable and impact absorbent. And they all also have micro-lock armor at your knuckles. Now on these, it's floating armor, so there's no restriction there. You'll hear me mention that again with other gloves. But basically, as you bend your hand, you'll notice it lifts at the back there and does not impede your movement. You've then also got additional protection down the length of your fingers. And on the ORSA Mark III leather and ORSA OR4 options, you have this BOA system to the back of your wrist, which ratchets into place. It's very secure, very easy, and actually quite addictive to use as well. It's just fun to play with, what can I say? Clearly the most armored gloves on the table. The armor isn't restrictive though, it doesn't get in the way of your comfort. And we've got something to cater for everybody. So the more breathable and slightly more affordable options, such as the URBANE Pro or the ORSA OR4. Or of course, if you want a leather option, you have the ORSA Mark III. Continuing with your leather options, we couldn't ignore the company GOLDTOP. The one we've chosen for the table is the Urban Rider collaboration. This is the Viceroy, and it's a glove I'm very familiar with because this is actually my pair. As of the making of this video, this particular style comes in at £70, although there are other colour options available as well if you're looking. They use 1mm thick aniline dyed cowhide leather throughout. It's really soft, really supple. They have reinforced sections across your palm and fingers to make them even tougher in that area. And they use 5-strand cotton thread, so they really are quite hard wearing for a leather glove. For protection, you have some reinforcement actually on your palm, so similar to what you've seen already, and then you have some knuckle protection as well, and this is also floating armor, so it flexes as you bend your hand. Now, leather isn't known for being the most breathable of materials you can make things out of, although you'll see with a lot of these gloves they still go for leather on the palm. Now, they also have perforations throughout the entirety of your back, however, so it is going to allow some airflow through there. As far as leather gloves go, with this amount of protection, this is still about as light as you're going to find. The back of your hand is silk lined, and that's very comfortable. There is no liner on the palm. They're still really comfortable. You can't feel any of that stitching at all, but it does also mean they'll be slightly lighter. Obviously, you don't want to pad out the whole glove with a silk liner if the intention is to use them in the summer. Now, if you want to check out some other similar designs from GOLDTOP, you have things like the GOLDTOP Bobber, which are slightly thicker than these, but still for the majority of a UK summer, still probably actually fine. They're also available in a women's option, and the same is true of the Predator gloves as well, so look out for those too. Rounding out our list, we have another leather option, this time from REVIT, and these are the REVIT Monster 3, coming in at a price of £95 as of the making of this video. As I mentioned previously, leather isn't the most breathable of fabrics, so you want them to be as light as they possibly can be on the inside. And that is true of these as it was with the GOLDTOP. And again, you can see there's a lot of perforations to the back of your hand and down your fingers. These use goat skin leather. You'll see that used a lot on the palm of motorcycle gloves, or throughout, obviously depending on which glove you're going for. Now, it's particularly hard wearing as a leather and particularly flexible, which is why it is used so much in motorcycle gloves. I will say, in comparison to the GOLDTOP, not quite as soft or flexible when you first get them, but of course they will break in over time. Arguably a little bit more function though, because you have something to use a touchscreen. In actual fact, the GOLDTOP are the only ones that don't have something on there to use a touchscreen. The rest of these gloves all have something stitched into the index finger and the thumb, so you can actually use your phone. You can get these in either green or black. I would say, in my opinion, that the green is a little bit sickly as far as colors go. I definitely prefer the more subtle black option. These have a bit more reinforcement on your palm. They have a PWR shield, and they have temper foam backed, against your knuckles at least, hard outer knuckle protection, so it's hard outside the glove and obviously more comfortable and soft inside the glove, but that is quite tough actually from the outside. And the last call out I'd have for REVIT gloves actually is how easy they are to put on. They've always got this big loop on the bottom of the glove, which makes it really easy to pull them into place, which is good. And that was our list of favourites for 2024. If you've got any of your own, drop them in the comment section down below. Links to all of these can be found in the description as well as their size guide, and I'll see you soon, hopefully in some better weather.